What?
Created a vinculum with Gaius and Flavius and myself, which was awesome, but the other two wanted nothing to do with it. So we all got super awesome benefits, and we were going to track down Germanicus, who was going to, I want to say, Londinium, and our friend over there, we're to track the find while the rest of us are fighting. We're going to take them string together, and then we're.
Hey, Holly.
I believe that's where we left off.
Anybody else getting major robot voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to sell my soul to pay my rent.
Should be good.
Alright, and when last we left off, you guys had journeyed for, it looks like a day, the rest of the evening, and you were going to make for the town of Lugavellum. Is that correct?
Correct.
That is indeed correct. I really need to clean myself. How can I live when I'm this dirty, smelling of awful. And get some money by, I suppose, by extorting some silver miners.
Alright,
Actually, sorry.
how are you all traveling? Because there aren't terribly many roads out here. There are some paths and the like that you can try to follow, but no proper roads like a Roman would make. How are you all traveling? Are you all traveling? What are you guys doing?
Walking?
I assume you're all walking since, we don't have much of a choice. I don't think anyone has mounts.
Well, I believe that I can use spiritus to make all of us move fairly quickly. So I am happy to do that, assuming it doesn't cost blood. Someone remind me if that costs blood. Never mind, I have radiant blood I can use for that. So, we will all be moving very quickly.
I'm pretty sure that's self only, but give me a second here.
Question: Is it visible that she's using the discipline?
With Spiritus, the way that I've typically done it is it's visible for just a brief couple of seconds before she absorbs whatever spirit she has used. But prior to that, no, the spirit is only visible when it comes into very close contact.
But I mean the effect on everyone else, because as far as Flavius is concerned, this is going to be like a sorcery he has never seen before.
Hang on, let's see if she can even affect other people. Okay, no, it is still. Okay, so it's self only. So how are people traveling? I assume Gaius is obfuscated. Anybody else using any kind of concealment or anything? Anyone stealthing? Things like that I need to know.
I have 4 strength and 3 potent, so I can just carry you guys if you want.
What?
You're going to carry us the whole way. It's a little bit undignified for everyone involved. Don't you agree?
No, I mean, if you guys have high enough decks, you could each balance on one of my hands, and we could do this like a traveling circus.
We could. And the best part is she would be holding one person who's invisible.
Yes, it would look so dope. Come on, man. Are you in?
Even if it's a dot of infamy or something like that, I will find a way to punish this kind of behavior. What?
I just assumed that we are walking because I did heal, so I'm not that hurt on my sheet. Oh wait, let me open my my character sheet because. Oh, did you see my the message that I sent you about the XP expenditure? So I actually have some survival and some melee, which I lacked completely.
Sent to me. Let me see.
Yes, I sent you like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, I gotta take Lucius with me too. Never mind, I can't just carry everybody like a trapeze act because he definitely doesn't have the dex enough to be the top piece after you guys form the middle, so we'll just have to walk. Or hustle, as I would prefer, considering, my entire island stands in the balance.
Fine. Protect the masquerade and all.
I mean, you're invisible. You and I can still do that part. We just have to do it slower.
Who are we protecting the masquerade from? There's no one here. It's this godforsaken land of Britannia. It's just fog and drizzle.
Oh, there's people here. You gotta listen.
Oh yes, wonderful.
Britta silently just points to herself and shrugs.
He just says like people for a certain value of people. I miss Rome.
Yeah, I miss when you were in Rome too.
I miss Rome. I miss the wine.
Wow.
Really seems like you guys brought it with you, because I'm hearing plenty of wine.
Ha ha ha. Very funny. Let me ask you something. Are you really over 200 years old? Because as far as I can tell, we have been here longer than you have been alive or dead.
The greatest tree in the forest grows for a long time and can still be struck down with a single axe.
Yes. Bravado. Say, do you really have an interest in delivering a blow to the Empire?
I don't really care what y'all do. I just want y'all off my island. I mean, you guys are fine. You get that. I don't have a problem with you guys. Gaius and Flavius specifically. That's fine. But, I just don't like the Roman boots stepping over, destroying little villages. Honestly, if y'all didn't do that part, I wouldn't have that big of a problem with it.
I mean, we didn't until Borica decided to raise Lontinian to the ground.
Oh, yeah, I seem to recall she did that with zero provocation whatsoever.
Indeed, how nice of you to notice. I mean, you do realize her husband gifted to Emperor Nero the lands that she claims as her own, and then she killed Roman soldiers by fire, and Roman civilians and children as well. I mean, do you blame them? Was little Gaius oppressing you? No, right?
Hey, I am not seeing this message. I don't see it in your direct messages. I don't see it in the channel. You want to just run it by me?
Sure, I got just 2 survival and 2 melee. No, sorry, 1 survival and 2 melee.
Those are both mine.
Okay. I can send you again, just like later.
No, it's fine. It's okay. That's sort of a minor update. I don't need a new sheet every time.
Alright. Was little Gaius oppressing you? Was little Julius stealing from your people? Did they deserve to burn in the fire?
Okay, so I think it's safe to say our characters can go back and forth about all the crimes of Rome.
No,
What is happening? Is anything else going on?
No. I did ask you if you want to deliver a blow to the Empire. This is a serious proposition. Only I want to do it smartly and not get myself crucified. I have a plan if you're interested in hearing.
A plan to get Romans off my island? Yes, let's hear it.
It's not going to be Rome off your island. I don't think that's possible, and you're going to get yourself crucified as long as any collaborator is if you want to. However...
Oh wait, we'd agreed though that we were gonna butcher the big jerk face though. We were all unified on that front, right?
Yes, but I'm trying to do this smartly, not getting myself killed by opposing openly an opponent much more powerful than myself. As I was trying to explain, if you will be silent for a second, she will.
Speaking of which, you guys are bantering this way, I presume, as you're talking
Yes.
back and forth on the road. And so you are spotted by someone who is wearing the trappings of a Roman leader. And he looks over at you, Flavius, and he points. And he kind of waves towards you and starts walking towards.
Okay, is that Janus? Because I can see in the dark.
No.
Okay. Friend of yours, and he's going to ask you, Iberian.
I'm sorry, who?
Literally Marco and yes, he's calling them by titles. He has just given nicknames to everyone. Holly is She-Wolf, Callum is Dogman, Marco is Jew, and Chris is Siberian.
You can call him the honored druidic Tanya, if you prefer. More accurate.
He's now in earshot, and he yells at you, "Oi, you there! Who are you with?" He looks over at Britta, then at her daughter.
I am sorry. I am not used to answering questions from strangers on the road. May you identify yourself?
You deserters too, then. Not many let a bear woman carry blades otherwise, and he gestures towards her drawn.
All right, you little simpleton. I am not used to being insulted by the common soldiery. I'm going to try and intimidate them with you. Speak with me like that, and I'll have your tongue removed. Being roll intimidation.
Go ahead, yeah. Roll a manipulation intimidate.
Which it's usually 8, so now it's 6. So 56.
Yeah, we'll go with 6.
I rolled 120, so 4 successes, 46. Or if it's 7, it's 2 plus 1 3. So if it's 8, just 1.
Finding my way back over to that tab. Okay. He seems taken aback for a moment. So then and she gestures again towards Britta with the it's just she
Yes, my sword was tiring me,
Thank
so
you.
I handed it to my
Welcome.
slave, and then he's going to brush you off. Like, seriously, now?
Thank you, my friend. What is your name?
Okay, he's going to tug at Brit and really, come on. Now's not the time.
Well, hang on. Okay, he's been intimidated, and at this point, he's going to turn away from Britta, and he's going to address you, and he's going to answer the question. Secundus Menenius Tetricus. God, I'm bad at pronouncing his name.
They're terrible. Do you have a legion to identify yourself, soldier, since you're making accusations to people that just suffered a shipwreck?
Shipwreck? I thought you Romans were scared of the water.
Speak again, slave, and I'll have you whipped.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, dear?
He just gives you a look like, shut the fuck up, you dumb idiot. Like, why are you making this difficult? Don't you see I have the situation under control?
It's one Roman soldier, man. This guy's about to be dinner.
dude,
I'm not
I
saying
don't know.
that, but that's the look I'm giving you. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, no, no,
that's
like,
useful.
look, he might be a scapulary, which means he is a scout, and there might be more people around. We don't know. Just let him identify himself first.
Look, I don't identify with the Legion anymore. I don't know what's going on here. I guess I had the wrong impression. But I'd stay clear of Lugavelum if I were you. I seen something strange last night, strange enough to make a man abandon his post at the ends of the earth with no way to get home.
Oh, well,
So-
what could that be? Professional curiosity, you understand. She'll smirk.
Why are your lips moving so funny?
No, I actually speak Roman.
Oh, you're choosing to speak Roman?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm gonna hide this as much as I can.
Fine. What was your question again?
What exactly made you that scared? Just a professional curiosity. You understand.
Do I have to answer her? He asks you.
Okay, yes. As you can see, I just brushes her. She is a little bit temperamental, but then again, so are all Breton women, from my impression.
Yes, quite imposing, I'll say that.
Yes, she serves as my secretary. She has a mouth on her. She hasn't been properly.
She'll just start cackling in an eerie fashion.
As you can
Notably
see,
disturbed.
as you can see, she's a work in progress, and then he's going to turn to either Marcus or Genetian, like motion to move her away because your humanity is low and you don't look human. So if you
Oh,
could.
fine. Just tell us the story. Come on.
Yes, First of all, I'm going to overlook the fact that you just said you're. Sorry. Oh, it was written. I'm going to overlook the fact that you just admitted desertion to a sanatory. And second of all, what have you seen that has made you so scared?
Last night, there was an enormous earthquake right around sunset. Then I hear a terrible cacophony, like dozens of voices crying out from the dark. So I head there, right, thinking there's a Roman in danger, and then I seize it. A blackness I can scarce describe, horrifyingly deep. Divine in its own way, really. And tiny little hands reaching out onto the shores. One of them grabbed one of my shield mates and strangled the life right out of him. Next thing I know, I'm taking the blame. So I ran.
Oh, smart man.
Always had me wits about me, yes.
Jupiter's cock. It seems the gods saw fit to spread my ass cheeks and show. I'm not even going to say. So that, my gentlemen, my gentle friends, is the abyss. I know the abyss when I see the abyss, and that sounds like the abyss. Soldier, I wouldn't recommend for you to go further north. Not only the terrible Picts, but there's going to be probably more of the creatures you're fleeing from. We are heading towards Londinium, and I think it would be wise for you to follow us. Strength in numbers.
My leadership.
Okay, I usually use 8, so now I'm at
Just
6.
Oh, I'm sorry, you have a difficulty modifier?
No, it's because I'm hurt, so I'm losing to die, so it's just going to be 6 die for me. I failed because I got on roll 20.
Oh, is there anything that Britta can do to assist? Because she would like to have this person come with us.
I mean, yes, you can make a role play play in some way, and then make a charisma leadership, or you can, use the sword in some way, or yes, you have.
All right, Alphabet Soup. I think he's right. I think you should come with us to Londinium. It's always safer to move in a group, and obviously we're an eclectic bunch. No one would bat an eye at you traveling with us. Now, let's be honest. I'm more than a little intimidating. I'll draw any attention away from you. They won't bat an eye at you if I'm there. You want to come with?
I mean, make the same charisma leadership check. Difficulty for both of you is a 5.
Oh, so do I get? Oh, if it's a 5, I got 1 success on my roll. So if it's a 6, I fail. But
I thought you said you had an 8 and a 1.
Yes, but you said if it was 6, then I have no successes. If it was 5, I have 1 success.
Okay, well, either way, we'll take it as you both make this check. She has 5, you have 1 success. It's not actually terribly hard to convince him, given that he's fled his post, he's accused of murder, and he actually doesn't have a way to get home, or a port, or anywhere to go. So...
Yeah, and he's going to say, so Legionnaire, I will place you under my protection. You have been temporarily assigned to guard the Senatory, which is a noble position, so you won't get in trouble by desertion as long as you follow me.
They might still chase him for the murder, though.
I don't actually have a rank or anything that can protect him. I'm lying to my teeth right now. I'm dead.
How Roman of you.
Yes, I literally beat masses. The dude went around Rome burning down buildings and then buying buildings by 1/3 of their value, so he got to be the richest man in Rome. I literally said that I'm
That is so awesome. I love your
Yes.
character.
So he's literally the most awful person. I'm dead, and I have no rank to protect him. I'm just making stuff up. I'm lying to my teeth here. That said, we're going to go by Londinium. I understand that you have silver mines there. Am I wrong?
OOC, I don't know that. Do I need to look that up, or can I just take your...
I mean, all of Britain was important due to mineral reserves. I didn't actually go looking for, but I do know that each settlement either has what's the word that you guys use? It's lead. They have lead, silver, gold, or other precious minerals. That's why the Romans are in Britannia. That's why it's so important.
I mean,
So-
lore-wise, having tons of silver deposits in Britannia is really fucking cool. So if that's the case, then...
Yeah, no, it's like and they used slave labor by prisoners of war. So I think that's something Brita might find interesting. I'm down to freeing the slaves. I just want the silver. I do want to make some profit before I leave this godforsaken land of fog and drizzle.
Then he acknowledges, yeah, I think we got silver mines there.
Yes, and you're going to have an overseer, I assume. Then he's going to turn to Brita. Well, that is our lucky day. We're going to head there.
Excellent. I think we should speak to this overseer directly and
Yes, I will, however, ask you that you allow me to do the speaking. As you can see, you don't look exactly human.
Excuse you?
You said your humanity was 4, so your median is -2, right? Your fangs should be showing for TA20. I'm not exactly sure how you guys are running this.
To be fair, you guys never viewed the Britons as human anyway, did you?
She is of a paler sort. Her sort of manifestation would be just kind of a general kind of dirtiness about her, almost like the earth is clinging to her. However, since this previous night, it's a little harder to look at her actually, because sword wrapped itself in lustrous moonlight and kind of has a white aura radiating from it. It actually makes her harder to look directly at.
Oh, okay. Does does that interfere with my night sight or something? Because I'm convinced the sword is related.
I hadn't given it any thought, actually.
Okay, it just sounds like bright or something, because darkness means nothing to me. Everything is lit up like the sun. So
it is bright. It is a faint luminescence that does provide light. When Caliburn allows itself to be sheathed, it would be suppressed. Mechanically, the only thing I had sussed out is that it increases her difficulty to be hit. Like,
okay, okay. He grabs her arm with the sword, like by the elbow, and he raises it to show her face. And you have this, as you can see, it is. Don't you agree?
Hey. Maybe he likes his women with a little strength behind him. And she'll shove her friend Flavius with a jovial strength of 4 plus 3 potence and probably knock him to the ground.
you're very toothy, he says. You notice your fangs are extended.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, my family, we've always worked very hard on that.
Is that a thing?
Yes. She's a druid. That's why I bought her. She's exotic. He's going to turn to Marcus and Janice.
Not prudent with his money, is he?
Well, maybe that's why he needs to mine silver?
Oh, I assure you, I shall not be working in it. I won't be
Yes,
working in any mines, but let's get going.
Yes, I'm not going to have
Flavius
I'm not going to have her work in mines. And he's going to turn to Marcus and Janish. How are the two of you comfortable with working as muscle? And what's the name of the soldier again? Minutus? Minutus, let me ask. Oh, sorry, Secundus. Secundus, allow me to ask this. How would you like to make some money?
Perhaps enough for a boat ride home without any question.
I'd like it very much, sir.
Well, then you all can agree that if an overseer steals money that which is rightfully to belong to the state, then there's no harm or foul if we take that money to ourselves. Especially if the village is perhaps deserted.
Well, you know, Flavius, it was a hard sell, but I think you've won me over. Let's do this.
Yes,
alright,
as you
so
can see,
like that,
as
then,
you can,
are we brigands?
we're not brigands. We're merely appropriating debtors which it has been stolen from Rome. Do you intend to give the silver that was stolen to the emperor? Are you going to go to Rome itself and deliver it to the emperor, or actually be smart and make some money? Come on, you're a soldier. You're not strange to religion. Come on.
Well, if you think about it, if we liberate the cash and you were to take that currency back to Rome and spend it, you would be returning it to Rome to its rightful hands, wouldn't you? You'd be a very dutiful soldier indeed.
Guys, the knight reached out and strangled my friend. I'm fine with brigandry, if that's what this is. Let's just get on with it.
Okay. I like I said, I'm a senator. It's not agreeing with you. All right, but that's a very nasty word. Marcus and Tanisha, as I was saying, the two of you, how comfortable are you as working as muscle? Because I have a problem that you're going to have to assist me if we're moving towards who I'm thinking we are moving toward. However. Chris?
Do you want me to just speak while I'm invisible?
Yeah, he's
obfuscated,
obfuscated, buddy.
Oh, sorry. And is Janish obfuscated as well?
No, he's just...
Probably splitting his attention between 2 or 3 games again. That's okay.
Okay then. So Rita, my dear friend. Well, I do believe this situation requires a little finesse. I'm going to spend 1 blood to create a tentacle in my hand, and I'm going to show it to the soldier. Fellow Legionnaire, was it perchance similar to this?
He's already seen something like
Yes.
that, so he doesn't
Yeah.
panic at this point. So he
Yeah,
looks at it
yeah,
and
that's-
he says, "Yeah, just like."
Oh, how wonderful! It's Lucius. So, and he's going to turn you away. Remember how I said I was coming here with my sire? Yeah, he can do everything that I can, but better, and he has a tendency of mind raping people. So that's going to be a problem. I'm surprised he hasn't summoned me with presence. And if we stare directly at him, he might just make us love him. So that might be an issue.
That would be very impressive. However, I have more important things to do, so perhaps we should leave him behind and pursue our other goals?
Here's the thing. He's not going to be able to confront the four of you. Iberian, if you could please. There's no need for you to be away anymore. If we could take him down, I might be able to just retake my income, which he has taken from me. That would make us very, very rich. You're going to appreciate, my friend Rita, that the income for a question order is 500,000 sesterces. As for a senatory, which I am, and a patrician as well, it's over the double of that. I might just reward you for helping me with getting rid of him. And he's a manipulator, but he's not the we have the strength in numbers, especially if Secundus, how often are you to gaining superhuman strength and an extended lifespan, my friend?
What? And as this, Lucius actually motions towards him and motions him over, and Secundus looks at you, Flavius, asking if he should go over to Lucius.
Of course. This is Lucius. He's from the 15th Valeria, I think. Or sorry, which legion was he again?
I believe I said he was the 11th.
Okay, he's from the 11th. So he has been lost and accompanying my companion here, Britta.
Yeah, and more importantly, he can give him the whole spiel because Britta just did the same thing.
Yes, I do need to speak to Gaius, so if you could show up.
Well, while his back is turned talking to Lucius, if Gaius wanted to pop out for a second,
Yeah, he would wait until the guy was turned around and he would reveal himself.
He's going to say this. So here's what we're going to do. I can turn into shadow as you have seen and seep into your clothes and envelop you. The two of us can scout the location and we can get the drop on Sejanus. He's going to be just as vulnerable to fire as I am. Only I can envelop him in my darkness, and you can just cut him down at once because the abyss has doing business. And Britta, can you in any way hide yourself, obfuscate perhaps, or animalism? I'm not quite sure what that power that you just used was. But then again, I'm not familiar with all bloodlines.
she had
I have been
to run
trained
up.
by the druids in stealth.
Well, that's just going to be wonderful. Would you mind if I partake a little of blood from your ghoul, since legally by the laws of bind or kind he is yours?
Unfortunately, he is still too weak for me to share. I apologize. However, we do have a new guest you could enjoy.
Yes, but then I said the powers of shadow are quite expensive plot-wise, and I don't want to risk, what's the word, exhausting myself. So he's going to wait until the two are done talking to drink from him. Chris, do you have any input to say, like in scouting the village?
If that's what everybody
Yeah.
agrees to,
Yeah.
Gaius pretty much.
Oh, okay, my idea is to get to drop on Sejanus. I don't know how Matt is running him, but he's not going to be as strong as he is in Washington DC. He's just like an Ancilla, and we can take him down because he's a social character, and I can subvert his shadows. So once he is done talking with so once the two legionaries are done talking, he's going to ask the drink from Secundus.
You wanna what?
Then he just gives you the spiel, and then he's going to pop his fangs. Everything that I said before was true. I am Flavius Petrus Quirianus of the Caudician, son of Flavius Petrus Aurelianus, senator of Rome. That said, I am also dead, and I am a creature of the night.
He said the druidess. She makes
Okay. He's going to slap the shit out of this guy. Say, show some virtue, because in Rome, virtue was literally masculinity. Don't you have some pride? You're a soldier of Rome. How dare you?
The potion. He said.
Yes. I am a creature of the night. You just saw the night strangle some other people. Are you going to deal with this, or just going to grovel like a coward?
I thought you were some kind of magician, not a.
Yes, I still am. As you can see, I just need a little different means of survival, which is I need to borrow from you. I assure you, it's quite pleasant. I never had a girl complain. Oh, question. This is going to be important. I don't want to sound creepy, nor do I want ERP, but how do you run vampires and sex? Do they still feel desire, or is it just like a Revice where they just feel the jollies from drinking blood?
I do it revised style and have it be where only the more human vampires are the ones that would still feel any kind of desire or.
So at Humanity 7, I would still feel desire or not? Because I'm still at 7.
At a humanity of 7, I would say if you regularly use blood to emulate humanity in some way.
I mean, yes, he's a social class. Oh, okay. I never had any girls complain. Then he's going to say this because again, he's based off Crassus, and Crassus was a notorious degenerate.
Okay, you know what? I don't know how this involves girls, but I thought you were just gonna bite me, and I'd rather you just bite me if that's what that involves. Just go ahead.
Yes, but okay, then he's going to take his arm and going to bite and take two blood points, which is what I can take without which brings my blood total to a whooping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a nice 19, so I have some blood to spend. And the guy should be orgasmed basically because of the kiss. So
I mean, I ain't going with that. I don't know about that,
No,
but
yes.
yes, he's certainly in rapture. And he's dead.
yes, so that's what it's going to say. As you can see, a perfectly pleasurable.
I look for a rock.
I'm sorry, what?
I look for a rock.
Oh, okay. Sure, plenty of rock.
I
I
raise.
just start pointing out to pick
I
up
pick-
rocks like dishes just to keep him walking around.
I pick up a rock and I raise it over my head as if I'm about to stone Felicius for making another man orgasm, but then I just toss it to the side.
It's Flavius, not Vinicius. I mean, it is actually quite discernible if I weren't the active. If I were the passive part, then it's going to be discernible. As long as I'm topping, I can actually be bisexual and still keep my status. In fact, Julius Caesar was mute because they said he was a man to any woman and a woman to any man. So I want to not do that to higher ranking men. But anyways, he's going to cut his wrist and then going to extend it to the soldier. Come on, drink it.
I thought it was a potion.
Yeah, do you see an alchemical set here for a soldier in Britain of all places? You complain too much.
In for a pence, in for a pound, I suppose. And he drinks at this point. He might as well.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Okay, Sagoon, this is a goal for you now. 1 point.
Yes, what wonderful. So I'm going to sorry, Gaius, do you have any backpacks or something?
I actually don't know if I do have a backpack.
You all picked up 1 backpack apiece with Germanicus actually on your way out of town. You picked up steel packs. I think you stole into the barracks to get them.
So I'm going to say this. Secundus, you follow through this, and then he's going to spend the 3 block going to 16, and he's going to get into Gaius' backpack as a shadow form, so he can be obfuscated with him.
Okay.
Oh, way to cheat the rules. Because I need to get another dot and obfuscate before I can start extending that stuff to the park.
It's not really cheese because I could technically fly or just move to my own volition. I'm just trying to get everyone together. It's not even cheese. I can literally get into any crack. It says right so on the system's descriptions of the bar. But
Gaius carries many travelers, so one more wonder.
okay, I'm going to begin with my shadow form to spot the backpack to see what I spot, and off to what's the name of the place we're going again? Longvalium. We go.
Lugavellum, yeah. Alright, so you're going to Lugavellum?
Yep. I'm going to get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Britta is still upstairs, so I'm just gonna hold for a minute until she's...
Problem.
I'm back.
Okay, Britta is actually still upstairs, so I was just gonna wait and see you guys back. Since you guys are heading to Lugavellum, let me go over here. Gaius, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Just you. The DC 4. So it's perception alertness. Sorry, perception check. I just say that. It's like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I got it. I was looking for what my perception was. Do you want me to do it in the Discord or roll 20?
Roll 20 preferably, but yeah, either one works.
was the difficulty?
4.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. So, what you, and only you, see as you approach the tall timber gates, ahead of you all lay a large fortress with 10-foot-tall walls of timber that seems relatively new and unweathered by the brutal Britannian rain. Gaius, what you see, high above you, a fell shadow passes between you and the moonlight. You glance upward reflexively, and you see something that even your addled mind questions. An enormous winged lizard flies silently above you, not even disturbing the winds above. Your allies seem oblivious, but you can feel the creature's gaze peering down at you, searching for something. It looks directly at you, but doesn't appear to see you either. It sniffs the air a few times, then flies in the direction of the timber fort that lay ahead. In the torchlight, you can see multiple sentries upon the wall. The red dragon flies over to the fortress, plucks up one of the sentries patrolling. He screams in silence, though his fellow patrolmen all decidedly seem to be looking away at that moment.
Okay, do I see anything? Since it's backpackless.
Since you're using what?
Yeah, I'm still a mess of shadow, so I assume I can take any form, so I'm going to try and look as well, especially since I can see in the dark.
You don't see this, no.
Okay.
Do you have any kind of sense beyond just seeing in the darkness and your death sight?
I can see ghosts, so okay.
The death sight, yeah.
Gaius would mention in passing, though, I see you have a demon as well, Hospice. But he would continue walking towards wherever he was supposed.
Who are you referencing with that? The new one?
He would, Hospice it means stranger in Latin, which you're referring to, obviously.
I don't think I can communicate with you without breaking the obfuscate because I would be making a sound, so I'm not going to respond.
Be fine with that. Be the first time.
Okay, then he's going to say, I don't see any demons. Okay, is there any light around? SD?
Okay. First, make a, let's see, it's gonna be I think it's a Dex stealth to remain.
I'm literally in his backpack, so I should be drawing attention to myself, because I'm a shadow in his backpack. So, I should...
Remember how this guy can hear the abyss?
Oh, fuck. Well, I don't know this, so I'm not trying to be stealthy, so I think I would automatically fail, because I didn't assume that I could be hurt, so...
You don't make the check, I don't think. I mean, I'm unclear as to backpack rules, but I believe he makes the check for his obfuscate. It's just sound that's being emitted from his clothing, essentially.
Well, what checks do I gotta make?
I think it's a Dex stealth. Honestly, let's go with the stealth.
Dex stealth?
Basically, just quick enough to realize that your backpack is making muffled noises.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a DC of 6.
I have 5 successes. If it's DC.
Okay, everyone's oblivious.
Okay, so he's going to say, yeah, but my question still stands. Is there any light around, like other than the moonlight? Because if that's not the case, I can see ghosts, and if I see ghosts, I'm going to try and ask someone something, maybe.
Britta is a light source.
Then my power doesn't work. If there's any light source, I cannot see ghosts.
Would you like me to step back?
Yes, please. So he's going to say, I need complete darkness.
Britta will place Caliburn behind her and step back a few paces until she sees that Flavius is enveloped in darkness.
Alright, so when everything is completely dark, I can see ghosts if there's any. Do I see any ghosts?
Good question. Let me think for a second.
Ooh, ghosts. Gaius wants to talk to ghosts.
I
Not
can
here
even
outside
about...
the fort.
Sorry, man. I bet you.
Not here outside the fort. No.
So we don't see any ghosts. I'm going to say this. I can see the spirits of the departed if they are bound to this earth before going to the Campus Elysium or Hades. So I don't see any, which could be either a good sign or a bad sign. As you said, there is a demon. May I suggest a change of plans? If it is my sire, I could try to talk my way into the fort, or get in myself as a shadow, and open it so you guys may enter, and we go from there. After all, I do know that Sejanus hated Germanicus when he was alive, and he would be interested in knowing he's still alive. But make no mistake, I have no intention of siding with him.
So do you want me to go over the wall or not?
Yes, but here's the thing. I would like you to be obfuscated and following me, but not carrying me anymore, because I can get in myself as a shadow, and if Sejanus sees me, he might try to presence me, and that's not cool.
Fair enough.
I would be much happier with a bodyguard. So, new plan?
If you need a bodyguard, I would recommend the Hebrew.
No, but you will be able to follow me without being noticed, and then even if I am stuck talking to Sejanus, you can deal with the guards and open the gate. We are going to need some blood after all.
Alright, so then what's the plan?
I go inside, find Sejanus, you go and open the gates for Brita and or two legionnaires to enter. And then we're going to have to figure out how to deal with the demon. But my plan right now is to try and set Sejanus against Mr. Mithras. I will say of his interest in Germanicus, and try to pit them against each other. I have a good way with words, if I might say so myself.
So you're gonna go over the wall solo?
Yes.
I
As
mean,
a shadow.
You're insubstantial, so you can slip out of his backpack on your own, and then
Yes.
go about doing it.
Okay, so I'm going to do this and try to move away from the guards. Question: do I see any way to open the gates, or like a guard at the gates?
Yes, there are two guards posted at the outside of the gate.
All right then. So I assume that Gaius is following me, so he's going to slither his way up to the front guards, and he is going to manifest himself as his glorious human form. This is going to be easier. As he walks to the guards, he's going to offer the Roman greeting, Civius Romanus Sum.
Are you doing this in their view, just corporeal?
Yes, corporeal. I'm going to throw a barbarian fire drill here.
Okay, they are alarmed and mouth. They look other.
Yes,
They both-
is this the way to address your superior? Behave yourselves as Roman soldiers. This is disgusting. I will speak with your commander. Lead me to him right now.
Go ahead and make a manipulation subterfuge.
Manipulation subterfuge. Okay, I'm good at that. Four success. Because
One nonetheless says,
yes, you will announce me as Flavius Petrus Quirianus as of the Senatory Order, and I will have some clean clothes and a bed ready. What?
Okay, let me go talk to my commanding officer. Sir, you stay here. Emotion.
I will not stay here. You're not going to have a Roman citizen outside in this night. It could be dangerous. I'm entering right now. You, and he points to the order, you're going to guard me, as you should. Who do you think you're speaking to? And then he's just going to go in, and he's going to pray to Jupiter that Gaius is following him without me noticing.
Alright, if you're trying to get this guy to actually follow you, you're gonna need to make
No,
okay.
I don't. I'm just trying to confuse him so they don't block the door and Gaius can follow me.
You did so.
Yeah.
You stumped for a second there.
Yes.
Guys would just slip in once he saw the opportunity.
Alright.
Okay.
How wonderful. Okay.
Alright, so he says to you, alright, Senatori, please wait here, I'll be right back. And then he goes to get his commanding officer. You are presumably alone in the entrance of Luca Malum. Let's go ahead and pop everyone over there. How do I migrate everyone over there?
Okay, you select the players tab and then you go to look video here. This one, which everyone
That's
should
the one.
Alright, so here's where the tokens come in, if everyone who is what's it called, row 20. So De La Sombra here, crown would be me, and I assume that the one for Gaius is the Moldavian one. Here.
Is that a popsicle?
No,
that's
it's
a mirror.
Mirror.
Yes. So Rita, you have here your shit, I forgot your bloodline, Diana, so you can control it. And Shanice, you have the Salubri one.
Hold on 1 second, we got a cat going nuts.
Okay.
2 minutes ago.
You can move them as well. Yeah, if you want to. And you can resize them, the tokens here. Just use the clan symbols because they're easier to do, but if you want me to later, I can do like I do in my games like this.
Alright, guys. So we'll be entering down here in the lower left.
Okay?
So that's the entrance there, immediately towards the docks of the river. That's the side you guys come in from. In terms of orientation, I guess north would actually be like over here-ish. I didn't rotate the image.
Okay.
Alright, guys, so bit of on Lugavalium at this time period. Let's see. Around this time period, they demolished the first fort that was here that they had built, and then they built a new timber fort, which is why the timber hasn't been worn down as much yet. They will later move to a stone fortress here in 160 AD.
Okay.
It's a fishing town. They have a lot of fishing, shipping goods coming in from Iska and from down on the coast to their soldiers up here. It's primarily a military outpost. They have a lot of troops stationed here. It's a frontier outpost that they use to guard against Picts up north. The points of interest are marked. What do you do? At the time you guys get here, it's probably close to midnight.
I'm still waiting to talk with their commander, which should be like.
Shit, you're actually waiting? Okay, I thought you were just gonna like scoot into the town.
Oh
Okay,
no!
sure, yeah, you wanna wait?
No! I'm waiting. It's going to be suspicious if I just go in. That's why I have Mark guy is following me.
Okay, then sure enough, he does return eventually, and he says he's Centauri, and he has the trappings of a. Although. This man is an older looking gentleman with a very gruff beard. He's balding, and he looks to be a little, I don't know, sensitive.
So state your name and rank. I assume you're the Primus Pilus, or at least a centurion of some renown. And as for your comments, soldier, I will say I don't expect you to look much better when you have just survived the shipwreck.
He is of appropriate rank. If that makes him a centurion, then very well.
Should be a centurion. I shall require the use of your private bets and some quotes. I will accept a tunic of the equestrian order or just a plebeian one if you don't have anything better.
Who are you? He says.
My name is Flavius Petrus Kirianos of the Claudio Gen. I assume you know of my father Flavius Petrus Aurelianus, or of my brother, the tribune of the fort in Gemina, Flavius Petrus. I'm just going to go with Justinianus.
Do you have any influence or fame background?
Here's the thing. There's like 600 senatories at any given time. So for like a senatory to be of any renown, it's going to be difficult because the quorum was nearly just 1/3 of that. So it can be like a senatory and not be of any rank. And since the senatory passes down to three generations of family, so like the senator, the son, the grandson, and the great grandson are all going to be senatori. I don't need to have any fame myself, and I'm calling on like one senator's name. He shouldn't know him personally, but I'm just trying to get him to comply. But I'm calling right when
let's do a manipulation subterfuge, and your demands are summarize your demands for me again. You wanted a private bet.
I just want a bet. It's because this. So in Rome, I read at the time, the soldiers actually built like a private bets for themselves because debating was so important to Roman culture. So Flavius really needs to take a bet because of his image flaw, and he wants a tunic, which is like clean clothes basically. That's all he wants. He's not asking for much. He's just being imperious about this. So he has control of the situation.
Okay, but you did ask for their private baths, is that correct?
It's private in the sense that it's communal. It's private to the soldiers, so it's not private for everyone. Like the centurion's private baths, just the baths.
Okay, and what clothing are you wearing again?
What?
What kind of clothing clothing are you wearing again? Were you wearing the trappings of a soldier? Or are you wearing armor?
No, I was wearing like a fine traveling tunic, but I assume it's all sort of dirty and smelling of the salt water. So it's like it's fine clothes, but they are just dirty.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a manipulation subterfuge for me. And let's go with a DC of 7.
Okay. So actually a pretty good roll, 2 sevens and a 10. And
Okay,
my
that's 4.
my manipulation specialty is actually convincing people, so that would apply if you're doing specialties.
Specializations, you just have to ask me you just say what the word is or the phrase is, like if it's convincing.
Oh, okay,
or
okay,
whatever.
it's convincing.
If
It's persuasion.
Okay, if it applies, then you can get an additional dice on the roll. So yes.
Oh, so additional die. Oh, okay. But I mean, I do have like 3 successes, so it should be enough, right? Or do you
Yeah,
want
that's
to
fine. With 4 successes, he says, okay, I suppose that would be fine. Sure. Come with me. And he starts leading you in towards the bathhouses that are marked in the town square. So he takes you away from the docks towards a bunch of houses that are kind of dimly lit. Many of them have their lights out, except for what appears to be a rowdy place, a large gathering area, the pub, that you see labeled there. There is noise coming from there, along with lights that are still on. He takes you into the town square, where there are 2 people in stockades.
do I recognize them?
Gibbering aloud. No, I don't think you would recognize either one of these people. One of them appears to be a Roman soldier. He's still wearing his what's the word? I guess his tunic or his trappings of his uniform, not his armor.
Oh, okay. So it's the uniform, not the Lord segment. Okay, I assume Gaius is following me.
He's gibbering, and go ahead and make a perception alertness for me.
Gaius would actually go up closer to the gibbering guy while keeping Flavius and eyes away.
Okay, then you don't need to make the check. You'll just hear what he has.
I just want to hear what he has to say. I'm going to do, since I'm still at -2, so I only have 2 die points because of my wounds. I actually botched the roll, if I can botch, because I got a 1. Oh, how wonderful.
Wait. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yes. You can, in fact, botch the roll. So in that case, you are so concerned with the bathhouses that you speed on ahead.
Okay.
And you don't hear what he says. But Gaius, when you actually go over to listen to the gibbering man, he sees you, turns, and looks you dead in the eye and says, Rome is run by the twin demons, Romulus and Remus.
Well, that's very reassuring.
Gaius would respond, indeed.
After he speaks to you, he stops gibbering. He seems strangely at peace.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not around.
Gaius would nod to him and then just kind of go back to Flavius. What you're doing. Just leave him.
You can catch up to Flavius easy enough. You see him disappear into the bathhouse.
Yeah. I'm going to demand that I have slaves baked and oil me, which is actually a thing. But I'm being imperious and I need to feed.
Gaius would just shake his head with trees.
Oh no, dude, he really needs this. I would be making myself roll self-control rolls up to this point because I'm very bedraggled, I suppose, after the probations, and I need to fix my appearance.
Okay. Hold on. It's midnight. You really want me to go rouse the slaves?
They're slaves! I'm sorry. Have you gone native, Centurion? Is this how you treat?
They'll be less efficient tomorrow.
I mean, that's actually the point he's about to make. They have labors in the morning, and I have no way of verifying who you are.
Okay. Let me get this straight. You are a Centurion in Britain, and you don't have any bed warmers. Do you keep all the slaves for hard work? I'm going to suppose that you don't have any mistresses, any serving girls, any bathing girls. Really?
You're new to the frontier, aren't you?
Must I be? Very well. Who's the commander here? I will speak with him once I'm presentable.
1 second. Military governor here is Paulus Far.
Alright, okay, man, this is important. So, there's like a bathhouse, I assume I get to pay. Does the place that the Centurion leads me to, is there anyone around?
I mean, no, it's the dead of night, so there's not a whole lot of people here. You requested personal bathhouses too for the soldiers here.
No.
So
Okay, I'm going to feed on him.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So first I'm going to say dominate state, which is manipulation, intimidation, which is 5 die for me. What's his willpower?
This guy's a 7.
Holy fucking shit! Are you serious? Okay.
He was willing to stand up to your bullshit, wasn't he?
Okay. He's going. As I say, okay. Let's see if it works. Guys, I hope you can help me if this fails. Oh, 3 successes this day. Wonderful. So.
What are you commanding him exactly?
I just literally said stay. It's manipulation 1. I'm using intimidation. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then as he's turning to leave, he stops in his tracks.
Okay. I'm going to get behind him, drink 2 blood points, which brings my total to 16. Sorry, no, 17 actually. And I do so. I'm going to use Forgetful Mind on him. So this little experience is gone.
And this is intelligence. What is that? Intelligence?
Okay, I'll just open the subnet real quick. Yeah, man, it sucks.
Oh, with subterfuge.
Oh, with subterfuge. Okay. So since I'm going to heal and go to 11, I'm now at the bruised level and no longer impeded. So because those I don't look like a burn victim anymore. So my die for that is wits. What again? You said wits.
Oh, it is with subterfuge.
Oh, so I have the 5 die now. Okay, let's see if I can make him forget. Any difficulty reduction because his days after the kiss?
See, consult the table. Okay, the difficulty is just gonna be. I'll reduce it by 1, sure. We'll give it a 6.
Okay. Alright, let's see if I can. Come on, don't fear now. Okay, he forgets. As far as he knows, he only brought me here, and then he went to prepare to his commander. As soon as I'm alone and I can actually take a bath, I'm going to speak with Gaius. Gaius, you can pop out. You can appear now. I need to.
Where's the guy again? Did he leave already?
Yes, I dominated him into forgetting that I beat him. So
So there's no more food.
I just took the two blood points. I'm not going to kill the man.
I try not to.
So guys, here's the thing. As if Sejanus is here, he's going to be housed at the best quarters possible. Or so I would suggest that you check that lift. Sorry, what's the name? I assume it's a public clean because that's going to be what the rebel houses are. While I finish here, actually, question: do I look good?
What's your appearance?
It's 4. No, but I'm asking Gaius because of my appearance of obsession. I need to look good.
I don't want to fuck you. If that's what you're asking.
I'm not a pederast. Oh, sorry, no. What would be the word? I don't even know. I'm not asking. I'm asking if do I look good?
How would I know? If it's pleasure you're seeking, Hospice, may I suggest Madame Palm or her twin sister?
Okay, you're going to see Flavius twitch a little. You have been no help at all. So okay, so he's going to finally get himself dressed and preen himself as much as possible without seeing
Actually, make a willpower check for me.
willpower. My willpower is
Difficulty of 7 for you.
so 8, so 7. Oh boy, willpower rolls are always fun. Please. Oh wow, I just kicked that death of that roll. I got 3 successes, so
Okay, so 2 successes?
no, 3 successes, 2 sevens,
Oh,
and
3
a
successes. Oh,
yes.
okay, nothing happens then.
Okay, so do I feel the need to validation from someone else, or do I feel pressable because of my immunity obsession?
You are insecure, but you're willing to go on, right?
Okay, so he's going to wait until the guards are going to come and bring him to the commander. And I assume Caius is going to investigate the public inn, then the commander's house.
Public ends up with a pub, right?
Okay, well, eventually a guard will come into the bathhouse, but the one that was dealing with you has forgotten about it. Right?
Oh, I just made him forgot that I beat him. I just erased that from his memory. I still want to talk to his commander, yes.
Okay, well then he'll tell you to come back in, or that he'll come get you in the morning like a normal person.
I am sorry. Are you presuming to give me orders? I said I will speak to your commander, and I will speak to your commander. He needs to know about my shipwreck, and I will have word sent to my father immediately.
You just had this shipwreck?
No! No! Do you know what? I came here to fucking Britannia on a pleasure cruise. I'm here hanging with all my friends and all the most beautiful bro dancers. Of course I just had the shipwreck. My father needs to know I'm alive. I'm sorry. I dance.
Have you had any water, sir?
Yes, I am still alive. Am I not?
Yes, but you seem very agitated. Has the sickness got you?
Yes, speaking with dumb centurions does make one irritated. I will have you sent back to the depths of Jerusalem if I don't speak with your commander right now. Do you understand, centurion?
Alright, make a manipulation intimidation.
Okay.
Difficulty on this is an 8.
Okay.
Whatever modifiers you want to apply, I don't know how many.
I don't have any modifiers, but my Okay, I should be good now. I don't know what happened.
Okay,
I can
and
hear
we're back.
They. Alright, let's see if I can. Oh, a whooping! I intimidated the shit out of that guy. 2 successes. And if it's manipulation, I have 2 extra die that I can use. Because it's persuasion. I'm persuading him to obey me. So, roll the extra die.
Okay, only 1 specialization applies, but yes, go ahead and roll the extra die.
Okay, so 1 to 10 plus. Ooh, another 10, how wonderful. I intimidated the shit out of this guy.
Okay, so I'm seeing 6 total successes. Remember, the 10s I count for 2.
Oh, okay. So,
Alright,
the 1 cancels the 10, so it's 1, 2 successes, 3 successes, 4, 5 successes. It's still exceptional, but okay.
He practically cowers in his boots as he stumbles over himself out of the bathhouse and says, okay, sir. All right, sure.
Okay, how wonderful. I think we can cut to Gaius to see what he finds in the public domain.
What's Gaius doing?
the food away. Yeah, I'm still in the bathhouse. I haven't left yet.
I thought we had agreed you're going to, there's no one in the bathhouse since myself, and you didn't tell me that it was good. I did tell you to investigate the public inn.
Yeah, I said I was going to go, but we hadn't said I left yet, so I wasn't
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I don't want to dominate the session. It has been like mostly me, so.
Alright, so we have Gaius and he's heading off to what?
Yep.
Okay, so you head over to the pub and you find that it is mostly soldiers here that are drinking in the night air. It's kind of it's a 2-story structure that's made of pretty good timber work, honestly. Mostly like looks like a building made of Lincoln logs, honestly. The whole thing is just kind of constructed of timber. Yeah, very, very burnable. As you go inside, they're drinking honeyed mead and what else did Romans drink? I think they had some sort of blood-based beverage. They're also serving blood porridge. The entire place smells of, well, food. There's probably about 20-odd people in this room that are just talking amongst each other. And then there is an upper floor.
Just real quick, who was I looking for here again?
We're trying to find a vampire, Sejanus, the Flavius sire, because I mean, if anyone can use the shadow to control the night, it's going to be another La Sombra.
Okay. So, right now I'm going to ignore the people downstairs and I'm going to go upstairs and get a feel of what's going on.
Okay, as you go to move upstairs, make a perception alertness.
Okay, what's that?
DC of 6. Okay, as you go up the stairs, someone shoves you. You're taken aback for a second, and you didn't notice him before. But he's there now. It's a very dark-looking man. His skin is extremely black, and he honestly looks like a Numidian. He looks directly at you, up and down, with a cold, icy stare, and his black eyes, and he looks at you, and he says, "Who are you?" He has a very thick accent. How worldly is Gaius? You're from Iberia. Prior to that, did you go to Rome at all?
Well, Gaius was part of the Rome. He was raised by Romans, or his father was a Roman, so he was part of the Roman legion as like a Venator. So the only thing that's weird about him is he still has that bloodworm thing on him. So.
Oh, I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, so he's got that -2 appearance, a +2 intimidation.
Okay, well, in that case, he's going to look alarmed at that too and draw his weapon.
No. That's not necessary. I'm looking for a vampire, and it seems that vampire must have found me. Gaius Eduardo Sola. And he bows.
Uranus, he says, and he shows you an open palm.
Gaius shakes his hand.
Okay, he shakes your hand.
Now, Gaius isn't
What do I
really
hold the flesh?
I'm not exactly sure. For some reason, I'm following people's orders that just feel compelled to do so. I can take you to him if you'd like.
He looks alarmed at you saying that you are following orders you've been compelled to do. Who are you with? He says, through gritted, fanged teeth.
He mentions Britta, the Druid Queen, and Flavius, and he's called the hostess, which is a stranger.
You just address them by their first names, or do you give their full name?
Gaius doesn't know Britta's full name, and he assumes that the people of Britain don't have surnames, and he doesn't remember Flavius's name.
I mean, Flavius has been saying his name aloud like 4 times just now.
Gaius has like at least 10 voices in his head at this point, because every time he feeds off a person, he's got sanguine animism, so he takes their soul in, and he sees them all over the place, and they speak to him, and he's demon-hounded, so, yeah. So whenever he's referring to people talking, that's generally not what he is. He's talking.
So who commands you so, then?
He would say, what's his name, Rotan.
You say Wotan?
Yeah.
clan are you with?
It's not been taught to me.
I'm gonna see if he can get a feel for your arrangements here.
What's going on?
Well, whoever it is, tell him to come. Prince doesn't go to just see anyone.
Aha, Your Highness.
What? No, not me.
I see.
I'm on retainer.
You want me to bring you here?
Sure. Bring whoever it is here. But trouble me no longer. You'll not be going up these stairs.
Very well. I was never here. And he will... If he's not obfuscated anymore, he's going to re-obfuscate and meet the public.
Okay. We're able to do so.
Was that a reference to the Malkavian on Bloodlines? I
Yes.
was never here. I was never here.
I think he says I was already gone.
Yeah, I am already gone or something like that. But still, it's a great...
Eventually I'm going to reach the I assume it's going to be a tribune like sitting here. He should be in question order. The head of the garrison of the city.
I'm sorry, what are you asking again?
So I assume that I'm going to eventually reach the head of the guard in the city, and I assume he's going to be like the tribune of the questioning order, the middle class.
If that is an appropriate rank, sure. I assigned him the role of governor, whatever.
Okay. It's because I was like assuming that there was going to be like a civilian leader or a military leader, but doesn't matter. Whomever it is. What does he look like?
Okay, there are two leaders here. One of them is you are dealing with the civilian leader. This is an older male, probably in his 50s. He is balding and pale. He wears the trappings of a noble, basically, with pretty fine clothes, especially for the frontier here. He's wearing sandals. He looks kind of disheveled. He's clearly sleepy, and he's come to the bathhouse at the insistence of this other guard, who he rates on the way in. You can hear him before he arrives. You're rating the guard for, who the fuck do you think you are, waking me, rousing me? You woke my children.
Okay, hold on. What tunic does he has? It has like a red stripe, a purple stripe, or a like. It's like is he a question or is he a senatori or he's just an uppity plebeian?
In this region,
Equestrian at best.
equestrian,
Like,
I'm guessing.
Okay. Then he's going to say, I will not be spoken like this by someone of the middle class. My name is Flavius Petrus Quirianus, son of the senator Flavius Petrus Aurelianus. And you will address me with the respect my rank deserves.
Ranks and titles mean far less out here, my friend, he says to you.
Yes, of course. And when the senatorial inquisition, why his son was mistreated in such a border, happens, I will laugh as you say that to the senators in Rome. Do you have a name?
Yes, I gave it earlier. It was
yes, I'm making a show of forgetting.
Oh, okay. Then he gives you his name. Proclus Aulus.
Well, Proclus, and he used the first name. You will send a message to Rome immediately to my father that a shipwreck occurred, or not of whoever this is, but that his son is fine. Second of all, I will be taking residence in your home. I expect the quarters to suit my rank. Third, I will need men to reach and search ashore for my belongings, of course, but that can wait until morning. I am very tired and I need to rest. And fourth,
You intend to take residence in my quarters.
where else would I take residence? You don't expect me to sleep in the common soldiery, of course.
Of course not. Of course I can. He smiles.
Yeah, indeed, bro. Let me ask you something, Proclus, and he's going to begin walking, and expect the older man to accompany him as he begins to walk away.
He does so.
Does the name Sejanus mean anything to you?
Not particularly, no. Should I know this name?
Yes, you should. As you might understand, and I didn't want to speak in front of your soldiers, which you find understand in a moment. I am sorry for deceiving you. While what I did say was true, I am here on the official business of the princeps, that is the emperor. You understand that the Emperor Hadrian has created the Fermentari, yes?
Yes, he's to arrive in the next month, if I believe so.
Yeah,
Tis not.
yes, of course he is, and he sent his soldiers, his spies, to go in front of him. And I will tell you why. As you can appreciate, all of the precious materials like such as gold and silver, which the Britannia produces, are property of the state. However, the auditors are saying that the shipments are not arriving in their full volume. So the auditors are quite sure that there is a, let's say, traitor, and he lets the words linger in the air because that's a capital offense, who's not paying his dues to the empire. I am here to find out. Only my ship did sink, and I could not. I lost my accountants and everything else. Since I'm going to trust you of the question order is a proper loyal citizen, which you are, aren't you?
Of course. Did you hear me? He says, of course.
Sorry, am I cutting in?
Okay, I hear you now. Could you hear me?
Oh yes. So as you're going to help me. You're going to help me investigate. First, I'm going to need you to send for my people at the city gates. As you can tell, they are not properly shelved, and they have a savage slave that I picked up, and she is, let's say, uncalm.
Okay. How many?
So it's Lucius, the other centurion, Gaius, and Janish, which is, I think, 5 total. Am I wrong? Am I forgetting anyone?
Okay, we have Britta, Segundus, Lucius. That's 3. We have Gaius. That makes 4. Felipe makes 5. Then Yanish makes 6, and then Callum technically makes 7, but you only knew Callum for 1.
No, as far as I'm concerned, the Callum just died. He was messing with werewolves. I'm not even counting him as alive anymore.
Fair enough. Okay, so 6, I guess, total.
Yes. So you will help investigate, but you are going to keep quiet. As far as as you are concerned, I am just a lost electrician, and you won't be sending a message to my father. You'll just give the appearance that you will. Have I made myself understood?
Are you doing this as a dominate?
No, I'm just bullshitting him.
Okay, so let's be clear. What are you instructing him? He's not going to send the message now?
Yes. Here's the thing. I'm pretending to be a spy, from Antari, which is the spy of the Emperor Ray Hadrian. And I'm just like saying, yes, I'm a spy here to investigate a traitor, but I trust you. You're not a traitor. You're going to help me find the traitor. Only there is no traitor. And I'm just trying to bullshit him into housing me and my friends. And then I'm going to rob him blind. But at first, I just need him to believe that I have imperial authority.
We can sort all of this out in the morning for sure. I'll be happy to take you and your fellow Romans in. That's fine. So, where are they then?
They are waiting for me at the city gates. I not know what kind of reception to wait. Like I said, the Emperor Hadrian is dealing with spies.
I will send for them. Would you prefer to accompany them, or would you care to come home with me? I would like to go back to sleep.
I will fetch him myself. I would like you to appoint a centurion to my person. The one that I just took him to the baths will do.
Very well. So he goes over to him. You'll take care of this, won't you? The man outside seems... He doesn't really want to for some reason that he can't quite put his... But he reluctantly agrees. He'll stay behind and attend to you while the governor is off.
Alright. So I don't think that Sejanus is running the things right now. So I'm going to have him come to you to the city gate so we can pick up Britta and Marco. And the question, does he say anything while we're going to the gates outside? Because I think he might be like, another vampire or something.
The centurion who came with you before?
I'm saying that I think he might be like a ghoul, not a vampire. Or like a slave to Sejanus, Dominator or something.
The centurion? He doesn't say anything to you. He doesn't necessarily seem like an automaton or anything. He just seems kind of disturbed a little bit.
Any problem, Centurion?
No, just a very weird evening, he says as he scratches the nape of his...
Well, I can say that I have had like a quite eventful couple of days myself, and he just says if you do want to talk about, I'm all ears. I need to occupy my mind outside of this terrible accident.
No, I just feel very tired, kind of hungry.
Okay, so that's because I took some blood from him. Okay. So we're going to go pick up my slave Britta and my other slave, Janish.
Have a lot of slaves, do you?
Britta, my slave, sorry, if Marco's still here. Janish, my other slave. Sorry, he's a legionnaire, so guard, and
Oh yeah, no, I'm
those
totally gonna
other
corroborate this
two
shit when I
stragglers
get there for sure.
that you caught on the way. They have been temporarily assigned to me. If you have any issues, you can go and take it to the governor, which I don't think they will. So I assume this means we have lodgings acquired for the time being.
Yes, you will have lodgings in the governor's manor until the morning, when you'll need to, put up or shut up. I guess. They're gonna come send for you at that point. Who knows?
That's okay. Well, I will have robbed his house blind and left by then, so that's cool. At least we got in.
You can all reunite at the gate at this point. So go ahead and have your conversation.
Gaius didn't go back to the gate. He forgot he was supposed to do that.
Guys, go back to where?
He didn't go to the gate. He went back to the town square where he thought Flavius would be.
Okay, well then you see Flavius as he's leaving, because he has quite a lengthy conversation with the...
Making new friends?
Yes, as I have said, I told you I could talk with the governor, but
The guard freaks out, having seen you appear out of nowhere.
what's the problem, man? He just stepped out of the.
To startle you, I am
I
sorry.
think something's wrong with my eyes.
Just a little.
Alright, so you all reunite at the gate. And Gaius, were you going to fill them in?
Yeah, he would fill them in that he seems the vampire he was looking for had found him. And that he wanted me to bring them to him.
Did he use the name Janos?
Sir Janos. That was the name. Let's see. I had forgotten, and none of them remembered either, so I just told them who I was, and were offered to meet the prince, I think.
Well, then I suppose you're going to do that. I assume the Mary Van is going to present themselves with whatever passes for a precaps in this godforsaken hellhole.
I've met a lot of princes in my day, and if you know anything about princes, when you're invited to meet one, you should probably show.
Rita, I'm going to kindly ask you that you keep the glib comments to a minimum.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So when are we meeting this Prince Chump?
I did not know there was a princaps in the city, but if there is a princaps in the city, we're going to have to bear with that for a second. Plans change as circumstances change, Rita. If you intend to be a ruler, you should know that.
Oh, I don't intend to be one. I already am.
Okay. Flavius considers like giving her a lesson in history how power is measured by an army, but that she doesn't have one. But he just takes
Okay, so
a deep
let's go
breath.
rob this governor's mansion blind and get the money we need and get the funk out of town, right? That's pretty much all we need here, right? If there's, by the way, a witness here who may be opposed to us robbing this place blind, I do say it more quietly.
There's a vampire who knows we're here, so please watch.
Yes. Like I said, I have a cover where I'm pretending to be a spy. That's why I need you to play the meek slave for once.
Yeah,
just look ferocious. Just look
something you
ferocious. Just look for.
Or-
Do you want the money or not?
And we rob shit. Hey, by the way, just because you ran into a vampire doesn't mean we have to report to the prince, right? I mean, we're
Look.
predators now, so there's every
Look.
likelihood that you walk into a village and think you can eat them, and you're like, oh, this
Rita.
belongs to you? Oh shit, no, never mind, I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone, and then walk out.
There is a princaps in Rome, a vampire. I'm just going to pretend to be one. They're going to give us the money and thank me for not reporting that they're skimming the funds. And I will say this: they are skimming the funds because all civil servants are corrupt. That's a reality.
Then why do you need me there at all? I can be out here hunting deer and, killing Romans in the forest.
Well, if you wish to, but I assumed you would like a place to sleep during the day, and I just got ourselves accommodations in the governor's mansion.
Yeah, I'm sure they aren't going to open those windows when the sun comes up. All I'm saying is it wouldn't be the first time I got fucked by a Roman.
I assure you that I have no interest in that.
Indeed. And are we going to just dig holes into the floor?
And even then, Flavius was lying because we established canonically he does.
Yes, I'm literally lying. I'm just going to like get the money from them and then they're going to leave. That's all. Just bear with me.
I will go, and I will remain mostly silent. If he does anything denigrating to me, then I shall dominate him, I shall crush his soul, and I shall drain him dry. How's that for a trade?
If you can, I have no problem. So let's go.
I
With
can.
let's go meet the prince. Let's go meet the princeps.
Let's go make that money. High five.
Okay, so order of events here, guys, is you're going to go meet the prince and present yourselves, and then go to the governor's mansion.
Yes. Yes. Then.
Whoa! I thought they were the same thing. Hold up. Why do we have to present to the prince? Were we told directly that we have to?
Because Crystal, like he showed himself to a vampire. So.
Okay, I don't want to meet the prince because the prince is Roman and a vampire, and harder for me to mass murder.
I don't think the prince is Roman, because the vampire man wasn't Roman.
Yes, like Britta, we're just going to con him out of money, and if we need to spend the day at the governor's mansion, I'm just going to dominate them all into not
Look, man,
bothering
we
us.
can con humans all day long. I got no fear of that. But when it comes to these vamps after Mithras, I kind of want to come correct to the undead, buddy.
He's just going to say, like I told you, Mithras is small fries compared to the vampires in Rome, and as far as they know, I'm one of their agents. And
Yeah,
they're going
until
to
they check your blood.
Uh,
Punch you in
so-
the face and watch you cry.
So in what if they check me? First, I'm not going to give them my blood. I mean, just a stupid
They may
idiot.
not give you the chance.
Yes, that's
I
why
believe
I'm
that
doing
vampires
you.
tend to put an overwhelming force.
That's why I'm doing you. Second of all, I'm excellent at lying.
So hold on. You were specifically bringing me because you know this may end up in a fight, and you're telling me to be meek and not start a fight. So you already knew which way this was gonna go, Flavius. You already knew. That's why you're bringing.
No, I'm not saying. Sorry, the meek is not the correct word. I'm just asking to act feminine, which is like the virtue of femininity, like spawning wool and being meek and
Berta belches and spits on the ground.
Yeah. So, but you got what I was saying. Just like don't be your normal loud self. And here's the thing. I didn't know there were vampires.
Over and kind of starts, he just nudges the detail on the floor with his boot. Are you all right? He says, now suddenly interested. Is she sick? We can't bring her in if she's...
Oh,
she's-
the
she's
consumption.
not sick.
I'm so weak. I assure you,
She's
it's
not-
not
she's not-
contagious.
She's not sick. She's just chewing on that stupid thing that Druidists drink. I picked her up from a tribe in the north.
It's from all the massive beatings he does, you know. I bleed internally almost all the time now. It's from his massive strength, which he uses to beat me with.
Oh, okay, enough. She has a sharp tongue, too sharp for her own good. Can you just go beat the? Let's just go to the fucking inn, and I grab Brit and check her like, must you?
No, sir,
Seriously?
please don't strike me again.
Oh my god.
He just kind of calls out to you. He's very, very tired at this point. If she's sick, she can't go in any further.
She's not sick. She was chewing on that fucking bark that drew this from the north. That disgusting thing. I forget the name. Like,
I'm not
just-
feeling so well
don't-
either myself.
don't-
Did you already get me sick?
I actually
Okay.
have very high medicine for the time, and I actually take a look at him and evaluate him. Do I take a look at him medically. Can I roll that check?
Sure, intelligence medicine.
I don't want to keep dominating the poor man.
Okay, well, just looking him over with 5 successes, you can tell that he's low on blood. In addition, his gait is slightly hobbled, probably from an older injury or maybe a training injury. He kind of limps a little bit, but not so much that it impairs his duties.
You should know, Roman, that you appear to have appear to be weak in the blood. You should consider eating more dark leafy greens and more beef and any other heart's wisdom that would be traditional at the time for dealing with anemia.
Guys, just look for beasts so big and strong.
Okay, he's just going to say to the guy, as you can see, she's a druidess. That's why I bought her. So please don't give her give her like leeway to make a fool out of herself. She tends to
Sir,
make.
I assure you, I don't care what you do, but I can tell you, you are suffering from a lack of blood, and if you are doing us a favor, I want to do a favor for you, since I heard tale of you having a family. You should be sure to eat plenty of meat and dark leafy greens. Avoid bread for a little while, and substitute with more meat and dark leafy greens if you can, so that you'll recover sooner.
You said dark leafy greens 4 times, and who told you I have no family?
No, I told you, I heard that you have a family.
I don't remember bringing my family into any of this. Did I tell you that?
You did, and she'll gently touch his shoulder. You're gonna be okay, but you need to get some extra rest, sir.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, he's being nudged in the direction of thinking he's missing some memories now. So
That was not
this
my
is where you need to get involved.
All right. I'm going to mind him. I'm going to mind wipe him again because Brita. So my full blood bowl was it's with
Well,
subterfuge,
let me
right?
know that we're in on that, man. I just thought he was sick, and I slipped back into my mode of helping people.
Dominate doesn't take any blood.
Yes.
Listen to a magic's mate, it's an insult to the gods.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to look him in the eye and let's see if I can move over his thoughts again.
Subterfuge.
Okay, I got 1 success. It's enough. I'll just make him very tired, and he's going to go home to sleep.
Okay.
That doesn't require anything but like a blink of your eyes, man. That's
You
all
want to go
I
home and go to sleep.
Yes, that's literally that's what you do. It's like,
Okay. He's gone.
okay, Brita. The less we speak, the more they have to guess. Like,
Well, he said he wasn't feeling well.
yes, because I
Sprayed
fed
the
on
plague.
him. That's why he was sick. He was tired.
Well,
So that's
dude, maybe let me know.
when I was going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I just fed on
You
this chap.
feed on them when you're done using them, dummy.
I was low with blood and I made him forget because I can do that. That's one of my specialties. That's why you have me around.
Well, so
So-
what? But you don't see me bleeding you dry yet.
Oh, always a charmer. Can you please get a move on? We have a prince to come and Dao is always approaching. So let's go meet the
Okay.
prince.
So, you're going to go to the prince first and then to the...
Yes.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and call it there for now because I can't imagine that this presentation is just going to go well. And I don't want to start a brand new scene with possible...
Look, I'm just going to tell that I work for Camilla and that they are still in silver, which they probably are because it was a huge deal, and that they better give up the silver if they want to keep their lives. That's
Hey,
just
let's do that with the girl who can't put her sword down. That seems like a great idea.
And when you do that, he's going to ask you what kind of vampire you are. And then you're going to tell him...
and then I'm going to say that I'm not here to answer your questions. If you have any troubles, you can go and message the Brincaps. That it's that simple, my friend. silver and I'm going to collect the silver. The silver belongs to the Empire, and I represent the Empire. If you have a problem with that, you're going to take with Camilla, and I assure you that the next person she's going to send, which is not going to be a nice, polite, young senator like myself, it's going to be a lot more on hands approach. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's you versus
Right.
the Roman
So
Empire.
there's gonna be combat, so we're gonna go ahead and do it
Oh,
next
that's
time.
Oh,
That's
but
going
don't
to be
forget,
cool.
next session we can't actually play because we're going to be in Galveston.
Great. Okay. Well,
And
okay,
let me tell you,
next
I think I might rather go into a den of vampires than go on a 4-hour road trip with a toddler in my
Alright,
in-laws,
well,
but we're going to do it.
not tell the internet what we're doing. But yes, we're going to be out of town for the next session, so we won't be able to play, and then we'll be playing the session after that. Sorry, guys.
Alright. No, it's okay. It's bad. Well, then
Alright, so let's do XP, and everybody can restore to willpower. Roleplay was
Me
great
too,
tonight.
right?
Everyone can go ahead and have 6 experience. We didn't necessarily get a whole lot discovered this session, but we got a lot set up, and I was real happy with the banter and the roleplay getting stuff set up here. So go ahead and 6 experience. Does anyone have any things they want to purchase?
Willpower.
Yeah, I want to buy another data subterfuge, which I think it's the dot times 2.
Yes.
For me, it would be 10 for that, and then I want to get 2 in performance, which total would be, I think, 5. So it would be 15 experience total.
Okay, for going up in dots, we go up 1 rank at a time, so you can do 1 dot in performance, and I'm fine with the dot subterfuge.
Alright, that's fine. I can do that.
I cannot spend anything right now because I don't have the XP, but I'm going to get both. So at least my willpower is now 8. Everything's good. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, I suppose.
Alrighty.
Well, good night to you guys, and I'll see you later.
Night, everyone.
Alright, man, great role playing with you tonight.
Night.
Oh,
Take care,
it
guys.
was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope it was fun for you guys as well. I didn't want to hog it the session like I did. I wasn't
It kind
trying
of
to.
suits your character, so it's fine.
And also, you wouldn't have been hogging it if Callum had showed up, because half of the session was going to be basically Callum's along with a major set piece. So, no, it was fine. We had time to fill this time to get this stuff set up before we got too far along. So, no, it was good.
All right. I'll just say this to you guys. My plan is to con the Brent. I don't expect one, but I'm just going to lie to my team.
That is
And,
not going to go well.
I mean, it might. It's a
Like-
frontier town. The prince is probably a chump, right? Maybe?
Look,
I mean, at least he tells everybody his name, which is why I had no problem giving his name to the vampire, because I mean, he's already told it to like 12 people.
I mean, and it does check out, and if I'm a spy, dying makes sense for the Frumentari, which is what I'm pretending. Now, here's the thing. Everyone was stealing silver at that time. It was like a huge deal because Britannia could not keep the taxes. So I'm just going to pretend that I work for Kabila, and that I'm taking the silver that they stole. And if everything goes well, they're going to give us the silver that they stole, and they won't chase us. So then we can actually make money with the money that we have, and maybe rob other people. So I'm trying to con people just like Crassus did. I'll link a video later from where I'm basing my character from. He was basically the richest man in Rome, and he was such a con artist. He arranged for buildings to burn down just as when he was passing, and when the owner was watching his whole life going into flame, he stepped out of his leader, walked to the guy, and pretended to be the sympathetic soul who just so happened to have a magistrate next to him, and then he purchased the building for 1/3 of its value. It was amazing. It's just conning people, and he became so rich. He became one of the triumvirate just by lying. It's amazing. So
Roman's lying, my word.
Yeah, go ahead and link that to me. I mean, that doesn't sound so much as lying and conning as I mean, it seems pretty obvious.
Insurance
in that
fraud.
case. It's like, oh, and I happen to have a notary right here.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'll take some money, but you burned my shit. That's arson. He got rich through arson.
Oh no.
Good
Here's
mafia
the thing,
member.
though. Here's the thing, though. At least from contemporary sources, which again was like maybe people knew about this, but people just thought that like he went around the Rome trying to be nice. It's just like his reputation was not so good. There's no like some contemporaries had like bad reputations. Crassus did not, but he was corrupt as fuck. So I'm trying to base him like off him. So my goal is to strut in like I own the place, demand money, and get the fuck out. Then we invest the silver that we stole and get more money. And eventually, we can actually raise an army. Because like, I'm cool with Vampire Boudica, just saying. I see so far gone, but we'll see. This is the video that I'm talking about, Crassus.
Alright, I'll check that out. Alright, guys. Well, take care. Thanks for the game.
Again, it was fun. Thank you for running. I'll see you guys later.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.